Okay, let's look at the homework 4.1, number 4. So we're trying to find the critical numbers of this function, h of t. Right, so first let's take the derivative. So h prime of t is equal to, right, put the power in front, so it's a 3/4 is in front, then t, then subtract 1 from the power, so it's going to be negative 1/4 power, right? Then put the power in front, so 1/4 in front, but there's a negative 3 there, so it's a negative 3 times 1/4 is negative 3/4, right? Then you have a t, subtract 1 from the power, so it's negative 3/4, right? Then I'm going to factor out what's in common. The obvious one is 3/4 here. Both terms have 3/4 there. So factor out 3/4, right? Then when you look at the t to the negative 1/4 and the t to the negative 3/4, so we're looking for I'm going to factor out the bigger negative power. So in this case, t to the negative 3/4. So that when you factor out, you don't have to see a negative power. Right? So if you factor out t to the negative 3/4 from t to the negative 1/4 would be same thing as dividing by t to the negative 3/4. So you have basically multiply by t to the positive 3/4. So adding 3/4 to negative 1/4 would be t to the positive 2/4, which is 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and write 1/2 power, right? Then t to the negative 3/4 is factored out, so that's factored out. And so you just have a negative 1. All right. Then last thing we want to put, let's see, everyone upstairs on top. So you have a 3 is on top, right? Then you have a quantity. Maybe I'll write it as a square root of t minus 1, right? Over 4 is on the bottom. Then you have t to the 3/4 power, right? So by setting this equal to 0, you see that, right? So it's a square. You just have to make sure that the numerator is equal to 0, right? You can divide by 3. All right, then you see that this means that the square root of t has to be equal to 1. Then square both sides. T is equal to 1, right? So that's one of the critical numbers. And also, you can see that the h prime of, right, because there's a t to the 3/4 power, if t becomes 0, then the derivative is undefined. So h prime of 0 is undefined when is undefined, so t equals 0, so which means that we have another critical number, which is t equals 0, right? So therefore critical numbers are 0 and 1, right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.